See this smoke? That's Holy Ghost. You see it and then it becomes more vapid, you don't see it. That's Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost is the third part of the Trinity along with God and Jesus. The Christians, whatever you think of them. And in the Old Testament, Genesis 1:11, and God said, let earth bring forth the seed-bearing herb. Okay? Seed-bearing herb, or i.e. weed. This, and God requires of the Jews constantly making burnt offerings. But of what? It doesn't say. But what is it? It's wheat. I have come to you, human beings, to restore these sacred, holy, and important scriptures, that ye may smoke weed.
How about God is everything?
That ye may smoke weed. And of course God smokes weed, because if God is awesome, God is smoking weed at all times. But more important than that, Dylan smoked weed. And Moses was sitting there getting stoned with his favorite rose bush, and after a while the rose bush pointed a twig at the starry firmament and said, I am that being. And Moses looked, and lo, the stars had turned into fiery roses, and they bleed upon the ground. Go thee thou, O Moses, unto the world, said the bush, and tell them that burning bush, or i.e. smoking reaper, is the answer, human beings, and mega profits for the merchants. How beautiful this is. And yet, at this late date, one lands upon the earth, and weed is illegal. How sad. Billions of dollars per year of lost profits for the holy merchants. My God. Lost profits is the bold scream that usually fells governments to the ground. Why? Why isn't it happening? Let them have weed, says Jesus, and the Madonna, and Dylan, and I also, I who stuck his sword in the universe and owned it on 8/4/86, I did stick my sword in the universe and own it, becoming big owner. A greater concept eclipsing the little sword stick of Pizarro and Balboa sticking their sword into the Americas and owning South Central and North America and giving it away. Their friends have broken the lots and sold it to all of us. Was it even theirs to sell it to us? Do we own it already as a gift outright, as an existential reality? If not, I stuck my sword in the universe and owned it. I'm giving it to you. Take it, take it. Okay, so maybe you have to run off some money to pay the owners and landlords, but you ought to give yourselves free place, short week. If your place was free, you could work 3 days. This opens another 3 days up for worker and unemployment. A free place all around would let people have a short week and have paradise in heaven 4 days a week out of 7. Is this beautiful? Could this be the Messiah answer, human beings? If so, will you remember me and J.Lee, the man taking this statement down, and send us a few shekels to scrape by on, so we too can smoke weed? Us poverty-stricken boys down here far below the poverty level on earth, who did bring you these beautiful insights. And weed should be legal by freedom of choice and on the merits. Why isn't it legal? Does it mean we're took over? This is a Stalag Gulag now? America a slave camp? Yet a colony? If so, let's just all get depressed and start smoking weed. Can't we put some color dye in the weed or something and change its color? And if you add one electron to anything, you have changed what it is. It is now not weed. It's something else. Hungooey, let's smoke the hungooey or something. Weed is good for you, human beings. This is an alcoholic nation. It's a happy hour, mind blitz nation. I think alcohol kicks in the head and you don't dream. So if you don't dream, you don't suddenly find yourself standing there like this in the dream, this solid, going, whoa! And rising up and flying over the sea, this real, making love in dreams, seeing angels, dragons, pigeon souls, rat souls, the endless oceans of 6-foot iron bone, Lord Samurai ant horse, move as one! That's why I'm nice to ants all the time. I'm nice to them. I give them dead birds. I pay attention to them. An ant came to say, thank you for the dead bird, and this ant crawled up on my knee and danced like this, waving back and forth like Tarasiva for 5 minutes. And I saw that it was the only way she could talk to me, because our ears are too thick, and if they sang to us like Italian opera, like Renata Debaldi, we wouldn't hear it. So all they can do is talk to us like this, saying, we are also conscious human beings, right? And there, I spent years down in with the pigeons. Rats walked in my face in the night in the doorways, because I was finding out if this was true, that you could befriend street rats. And what would you see? Because on the Buddha Road, finding out, I already discovered mice were real and ants were real, and now it turned out rats were real. Rats will walk in your face at night, jump in your stomach, and nip your fingers to wake you up for the midnight meeting for their cookie, and be true to you. Street rats are wholly true. You do not bite a friend. Look at the teeth of cats. These are daggers. Dogs that could bite your hand off, they don't bite us, because the creature kingdom tends to be true to you. Tends to. Now and then a bad alligator just gets the free food and bites you also. Alas, but mostly the creature kingdom tends to be wholly untrue and dependable, including rats, probably rattlesnakes. I saw a picture in the newspaper of somebody dragging this alligator around by his tail, and the alligator wouldn't bite him because he was their friend, fed him all the time. I just want to pass this secret on and add it to the holy Dylan statement, everybody must get stoned. I want to add to that, and love ye also the creatures to the farthest possible extent. Love them, adore them, befriend them, protect them, treat them, fight for them, lie for them, cheat, steal, and die for them, and great shall be your reward in heaven. For what is this us in the night dream, standing, seeing, thinking, feeling, flying? One stay body, flat asleep. All things are souls, including the weeds. And with feet, hands, and eyes, and wearing memory clothes. What was my old brown jacket made of in the dream? Memory, imagination, and energy substance? All things are souls, including the trees and the creatures, rule the beyond, not we. Therefore, be good unto them in every way, in whaling animal labs, mass castration of pets, cows and hogs, passing to the soul, the possible soul damage from poison sprays. Let us cast it all aside, human beings. All one can do is begin. No matter if you're 75 and all your life you was spraying roaches instead of holding them on the promontory of your finger and seeing the dragon, right? One can only begin now to do it right. If the whole human race would talk to each other, world, TV, and radio, and at last do it right and begin in the creature direction, to every extreme possible kindness possible to creatures, even if you're being inconsistent and eating cows and hogs. Yet, you know, there's an anti-pigeon law in San Francisco. I got 200 birds out there. They've been my friends for 8 years. I would go out and feed them every morning. They'd fall upon me like autumn leaves. It was so beautiful. We're personal friends. And they made it a law that you can't feed pigeons on the sidewalks of San Francisco. Here in Weird Love City, you can love a homo, but you can't love a pigeon. Please, please, human beings. I want to say that if anybody was ever Messiah, it was Bob Dylan, because everybody must get stoned. It's a secret formula, bigger than E equals MC squared. Try it, human beings. Everybody gets stoned at the same time, on the same day, in a silent Sabbath or music Sabbath, and see if this doesn't have a tremendous effect on things. If we were all smoking weed, the planet would be wrapped with love vibes. World War I and II wouldn't have happened. Nam, Korea, or Iraq. Everybody would be so happy with just the sensate feelings of their body. They wouldn't even need stuff. Everybody would be a rich man. Justice would thank you, Bob Dylan, for saying that. He snuck it out to us in a song. And now I've come as the messenger from beyond, the man who flew 7 years with angels and Buddhas and creature souls, the real thing among all the crazies and liars and occult religion people that show up and say stupid things. This here is a real one. You know it's true because you like what I say. You see, it makes sense. It's something someone could confirm for themselves. So everybody must get stoned, and let's all love creatures and be stoned, is the secret formula that is Jesus, God, Joseph, and Madonna, and Buddha is what I'm trying to say, and Muhammad, and Allah, and Twang Bone, right? What I've just told you is the secret, either hidden or unknown by all the religions. Take it for free.